happens. Obviously, YouTube doesn't allow us to say the N-word, so, you know. Actually, we technically could, but, like, you know, we can't confirm that
For the better we don't.
I mean, you are actually black, I'm pretty sure, right, Milkman?
No, I'm white.
I'm sorry,
Everybody
bro,
thinks I'm black. I don't know why.
Bro, you sound light-skinned, that's why.
Nah. But I'm about to text Bob and ask if he wants to ready up.
Alright.
At Bob, or not ready, but you know what I mean.
We are live, but like nobody's joined this stream, so should I just do the announcement?
Yeah.
Everyone. Then copy the YouTube link. Rush 13 live now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rush 13, boys. This is gonna be a banger card. Obviously, that is the poster for today's stream. We've got Poncho representing.
Let me do the card introduction for today too.
Right.
When we get to that point.
Yeah, obviously.
Like
Yeah. Right. Let me continue. Right. So we've got obviously Poncho going with Kamaru Usman in the main event, and we've got Nurt going with Sean Brady. Very interesting pick. I like Sean Brady.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun fight. Nurt's gone for more of a grappling style.
And obviously, we know he can grapple from his RFC fights. So.
Yeah, 100%.
But let me quickly just show you guys the card for tonight. So I'm gonna let Milkman go through it.
One. Now, a few of the prelims did get moved over to the unaired side, but nonetheless, still a very stacked card.
Yeah, would you like to go through the fights or?
Yeah, so the first fight that we were actually going to have tonight, we're going to have Arlip versus Nue, both of them going for their first win in the league. Arlip's 0-2. He's fought some very good competition, though. And then Nue, 0-5, you know, a league veteran looking for his first win. You know, he's been so close every time, so it'll be nice to see who can get it done here tonight. Blake versus Rando actually did not happen. They did not get the fight in.
Aww.
That is not even going to be unaired, so, yeah, sad because that would have been a fun fight. Both of them 1-0. But next one did actually end up happening. We have Hypes versus VR War. That's going to be a very fun fight. You know, two Rush team members. Hypes, you know, helped start the league, and that'll be a very, very fun fight too. Very flashy kickboxers. Next up, we got Gillum and Amazon. Ranked fight there. Gillum number 15 on the PlayStation side. You know, Amazon looking to get into the rankings. He's fought some pretty hard competition so far. Took a few losses, but, you know, he's rebounded well. So it'll be interesting to see how he does against Gillum here tonight. And then after that one, we got Niab against Omega Red. Both of them ranked in the PlayStation side, you know. So you know how hard that is. And that's actually going to be the main event of the prelims, as Sad Saint versus Battle ended up sadly being unaired fight, as they did not get that in. After this, we do have the unaired results too. I will show them.
Right,
but to start off the main card,
image because I don't have that.
Yeah, starting off the main card, we have Scorch versus Aiden, and that's going to be a great fight. Two Xbox guys looking to get their second win. And then after that, we have me versus Bob. That's going to be a live fight. I went for Dreekus. He went for Kevin Holland, so that's going to be an interesting one. And then after that, we got Bosmerov versus I'm the GOAT. That's going to be a very, very high-level fight. Both of them known for having very technical striking. So that'll be an interesting one there. And then in the co-main event, we have Guts versus RD, a former champion versus a former championship contender. And this is actually a rematch in the league. RD took the first fight, so it'll be interesting to see how the former champion rebounds against RD, see if he can make the adjustments needed. And then in the main event, the 5-round PlayStation Championship fight, we got Poncho versus Nurt. And that's going to be an interesting fight. You know, Nurt undefeated, all knockouts in the league, and Poncho is like pretty unstoppable on his run to the title. So it'll be interesting to see how that one goes.
Sounds like we got a very good card on tonight. Should we just get straight into the fights?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, we're going to start off with Arlip versus Nue. Let's get into it. Nue. Sorry. Looks like we've got a Shavkat versus JDM. JDM, obviously.
Yeah, and this is interesting. Is you know, Arlip is more of a kickboxer than a boxer, so it's going to be interesting to see how he uses JDM here tonight.
But JDM, he still has clean kickboxing either way.
Yeah,
And obviously now, ever since he got the buff, he's a really deadly pick. I'm pretty sure he's got 96 takedown defense now, so he's insane. It's
Yeah,
like
is the stream
plus
lagging just
8
for
as
me, or
well.
is that for you too?
No, it's fine for me.
All right, I'm gonna disconnect and join back real quick.
Alright. So I'm going to keep you guys entertained for a minute. Ooh. This is some really nice work here from both men. They are just striking in the pocket, and that's what you love to see in a rush battle. I mean, a rush fight.
Yeah, minute 30 down. Ooh, big spinning kick there. Put a body kick in front of it. Nice combo.
This is great work.
Yeah, and you know both of these guys want the first win in the league big time. Start moving hard.
Yeah, you're going to start moving higher
Combo
up
there
the
gets
card
through.
soon.
Yeah, and that's inevitable for both of these guys. You know, Arlib just joined back the rush team, and you know he took a bit of a break from the comp scene, but you know he's back now, and he's looking to look better than ever. Landing some nice boxing combos here tonight.
I like this. I like what he's doing here.
Yeah, he seems to have picked up right where he left off. He's looked pretty good with the boxing so far.
I mean, he is kind of gassing out a little bit, but that's because he's throwing so much. Maybe he's trying to catch.
Maybe. Arlip's always been a pretty aggressive fighter, though.
Yeah, he has been pretty aggressive over the years. We got a minute left of the fight because I accidentally moved my mouse. Stop me for being so stupid.
Light kick check. Dwight loving the elbows.
Yeah.
You know, we got no rules here, no shame in it. Nice combo there, gets through. Ooh, drops him with the straight, and he's going to look to jump on it. With about a minute left in the round, this could be it.
This could be it for...
oh, and he's going to hang on
just barely. I just can't.
No way. And he's going to flip him over. This could be huge, having Shavkat and mount. But able to get up is Arlib. You know, he got greedy there and went for the get up, and it's going to pay off.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gets a big stun. And a knockdown.
Oh my God, he's dropped him.
Nearly put him out there. Big shots from Arlib.
20 seconds left of the round, but it looks like it might end before then.
Yeah, and how about the boxing from Arlib here tonight?
Oh, that was clean though. That was clean defense there. But my God.
The great roundhouse puts him out cold. And welcome back to the league, Arlib. What a performance.
Jesus, my God.
Yeah,
unfortunately, Noe is still completely winless.
Yeah, but you know, he'll get there at some point, 100%. Yeah. He's like better and better every fight.
VR
this is a huge one right here. Hypes and VR War. I expect this one to be fireworks from the very beginning.
I expect both of these guys probably
to get immediately after it. Yeah, both of these guys are going to get immediately after it with the striking.
The fact that this is the next fight, though, is insane.
Yeah.
Proves the high-level competition we have here in Rush.
But both of these guys are looking to get their way up the card. And I'm sure that'll happen very, very soon. Nice combo there.
Yeah, nice combo there.
Yeah, and VR War's been known to have some very good stand-up. You know, we remember the Deadpool fight he had, obviously. That was a very, very close
That was an amazing fight.
He nearly pulled that one back in the third round. So he's a guy that you can never count out of a fight. And
obviously, he's
really,
using
really
Max Holloway.
Yeah, and that's a good pick for him as well with the pressure boxing. He's going to get a big takedown there, and that's interesting, taking down a Dustin Poirier with Max Holloway.
Well, but Max Holloway has a lot of submissions in, like, you know, side control and full mount.
Yeah, he really does. He has good jiu-jitsu in this game, especially.
Yeah, but Dustin Poirier is better jiu-jitsu, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Hype's able to stand right up. You know, Hype's, when he gets off the ground, he's known to be sort of like a Derek Lewis, just he immediately stands right up. And Hype's going to shoot a takedown now. Yeah, and he's in side control. This could be big with Dustin Poirier. You know, he's got some pretty solid ground game, a bit slept on.
Yeah. This is amazing work from Hype so far. Nice body work on the ground. You don't see that often. Obviously, Hypes has a pretty good record here. So maybe he's trying to just improve on that with a nice little win over VR War.
Yeah, you know, Hypes' record is good, you could say, but it's not up to
It's
to
not
par
like
with where he should be with his
it's,
skill
it's
level.
not like
Yeah.
it's not like a Poncho or an Ian, but like
Yeah. No, Ian's actually he's 4-5. Hype's got a better record.
Oh shit!
I believe.
What the fuck? What happened to Ian, bro? He fell off.
You've seen it. He's fought the best competition in here.
Yeah, 4-5 though. Jesus, he might as well be
Ooh,
fighting me on fucking Xbox.
beautiful. Good work to get on top from VR War there.
Yeah, VR War doing amazing right now.
Yeah, and he's gonna posture up. Looks to land some big strikes
Ooh.
out of full guard. And he is. And he's gonna look to just stand right up. Bit of a stamina advantage going for VR War, as expected with the
Yeah.
Holloway pick.
You gotta expect it. You gotta expect it. Kind of in a slow end here.
Ooh, front kick just nearly out of range, or just barely out of range, I should say.
Yep.
Ooh, Hype's able to duck the spinning head kick. Doesn't
Yeah.
get rewarded there. Probably should have got a stun out of that. You know, VR War's got to be careful. You can't make mistakes like that against a player like Hypes.
Yeah, you
And that's gonna be
really
the end.
can't. He is
That's gonna,
really good.
yeah, he's a dangerous stand-up fighter for sure.
Yeah, he can capitalize on your mistakes so easily. It's like
That was
a
a very
flick
good
of a
first
button
round.
for him. He sees your
I'm about to send
mistakes
it in.
and he takes his opportunities.
Yeah, and really to beat Hypes, the only thing you can do is just kind of try to weather that storm.
Which is very tough sometimes. Obviously, some people have cracked the chin of Hypes before, but not to the extent that, could be considered bad.
Yeah, he's been in every fight that he's had in the league.
Yeah, he's always made it a competitive fight, and as you can see, he's still making it a competitive fight. Mixing in
Yeah,
the
this has been a great fight
wrestling,
right here.
mixing in the striking.
It's interesting that we're getting to see the grappling of these two with the picks. I figured that this would be more of a striking fight. So, I'd like to see that out of both of them.
Yeah.
And especially VR War, after a bit of a layoff from him, he comes back and, he's got a bit of grappling on him now. And that
What
could be
was VR
dangerous.
War's
He gets a
last
big
fight?
stun there. VR War's probably not fought in, 2 cards? 3 cards?
Yeah, I was about to say, what was his last fight? Because
I don't know. It might have been. I think he fought one more after that Deadpool one. I don't remember who that would have been against. So, Hypes with a double leg. He's going to turn it and he's going to get it.
Yeah, that was a good turning takedown there.
Yeah, and able to get out of side control, though, out of the dangerous position is VR War. Hype's able to posture up. VR War got to, not throw with that transition hand there. Oh, but Hype's going to get overzealous.
That was a nice little flip there.
Yeah,
VR
you
War
got to be
looking amazing.
that. Yeah, VR Wars look, pretty much perfect here tonight.
Yeah, really impressive.
This has been one of his best performances, and that's saying something, considering that, he's kept in there with some of the best players in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Takedown there. Ankle pick, I should say.
Yeah.
And he's going to get side control out of it. VR Wars love the grappling here tonight. And, why not? He's looked good down there. Gets backside.
Mm-hmm.
Hyde's able to take backside. VR War, probably missed the denial there, and this could be big.
Yeah, this could be big in both a good way and a bad way. A good way for Hypes, a bad way for Holloway. Or should I say VR War?
Nice denial there, though, for VR War. Staying patient with Hypes on his back.
I think you got to stay patient in a situation like this. Oh, that's good. That's good back flat there.
Yeah, and this is a big position. Mount now by Hypes. He's going to posture up.
He's not going to get a stun here, I don't think, but he's going to do a lot of damage.
Nearly does. He broke right through the block and he landed the elbow. Textbook ground upon there. But VR War just able to eat it with that Max Holloway chin strength.
Yeah, the Max Holloway chin is really helping him out here.
The VR War's got to watch striking with that hand. He gets a denial off it, actually, there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be
I've
the end of the
seen
second round. This is a close one.
yeah,
3-2. Hard to
I'm
score.
seeing a quite confident Hypes here in that second round.
Yeah. I
I mean,
think that
he
actually,
got
yeah,
hurt,
if
but
you're
like
the second, I think
he
Hyde
was
took the
confident
first.
on the
And
ground.
yeah, but it looks like it's 1-1 going into the third round.
Yeah,
It'll probably be this round.
you never know if they can't get a finish. It could be a close decision. It's been a
Yeah,
very competitive
100%.
fight, though. I mean, you can make an argument that VR War is winning the fight right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any argument for Hypes. I think it's either 2-0 VR War or it's 1-1 right
1-1.
now.
Right now I'm leaning more to 1-1, but
I would have 1-1, but if
now
it's
it's
done,
two.
VR War.
Now it's 2-1 right now. 2-1. Unless Hyped. Oh my god!
Oh man, yeah, and he's just getting pressured very, very bad at the beginning of this round
This
here.
is great. This is great work.
If you're Hypes, you got to do something to get him to respect the power a bit.
Holloway's got underrated power in this game, man. Poirier's got
Yeah.
96. Poirier's got 96, and Holloway's got like 92, 91. Like, and he's still getting clipped clean.
Yeah, and a big head health advantage right now from VR War as well. He's like practically perfect here tonight.
You gotta love it.
Hype stunned again. About 3 minutes left here in this third round. Hypes needs to have a bit of urgency here.
Yeah, you gotta be urgent against, Hypes. Well, sorry, against VR War, because he is a
Not even that.
dangerous striker.
He needs to finish. He's down.
Yeah, he's down bad, actually.
Oh, and a big knockout there.
Wow.
He gets put on center line and he floors them with a beautiful hook.
Wow.
What a knockout there.
Nice knockout there. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and he just, stayed patient and didn't go for the finish overly and just let it come to him. And that was a beautiful performance there. And I expect big things going forward from VR War. And up next, we got another great fight. We got Amazon against Gillum. Looks like Amazon's gone for Marab. Interesting. Marabi.
Listen, Marab is underrated.
Yeah, no, 100%. Even after that update, or especially after that update. But I think this fight was recorded before Marab was updated, if I'm not wrong.
Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Nice kick catch there from Amazon. Fine, he lands on the block.
Oh, that's nice there from Amazon.
Gillum's got to watch it a bit with the throwing out the flying knees and stuff.
Yeah, it's very risky, I've got to say.
Yeah, and he gets caught there going for a question mark kick. Got front kicked.
Oh my
and Amazon
god,
put on some pressure now.
Caught.
What a combo.
Amazon's obviously trying to make his comeback into the league, really. Oh my god, that was beautiful.
Oh, a big knockdown there. Amazon looking to finish it. Able to get back to the feet, though, is Gillum. Amazon with a beautiful start. Outstriking a O'Malley pick is not easy with Marab. And, Amazon's coming out here just looking flawless with the striking right now.
Mm-hmm.
A big flying knee landed on the block again, though.
Mm-hmm.
Gillum's love that weapon tonight.
Nice knees to the body. But obviously Gillum needs to really start implementing better striking techniques if you want to survive here against Amazon.
Yeah, he gets out of the way of the spinning back kick there. Gillum, he's got to watch throwing them high risk shots, like I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Especially against a player like Amazon.
Because Amazon knows what he expects the strikes coming through.
Yeah, he's a dangerous player.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, and Gillen's dropped again badly.
Yeah, and he's got Mount now.
Mounted.
This could be big.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it. Beautiful ground upon there, and Amazon's gonna push his name into the rankings. What a performance there, and
Probably off that win.
yeah, and I expect to see him going up and up in the rankings, and not even probably after that win, he beat a ranked fighter there, so he's gonna push his hat into the top 15. What a performance from Amazon.
All right, we're gonna head over to Niab versus Omega Red. I'm pretty sure. Or is it your fight next? Let me check.
No, I'm after Scorch.
Oh no, you're after Scorch. Right, looks like we're gonna have a Corey Sandhagen versus an Umar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, this is a very, very fun matchup.
Very
they fought in
unique
real life.
picks here.
Obviously had a razor-thin decision in real life. Omega Red actually more the grappler in this, and Niab more the striker. So I would have expected to see the pick
All right,
switched.
guys, I'm gonna put out my hot take. I actually scored that fight for Corey. In real life, I scored the fight for Corey.
I think that's hot for a reason, in my opinion.
It was very close though. You can make the argument that he could have taken one of the rounds.
I had 3-2 Umar.
Yeah, respectable. See, it's just one of those decisions where it's like it's really hard. Because like
Yeah, no, that was a
third
thin
round.
decision. I expect this one to be a close fight too. Both guys, going a bit out of their comfort zone. Niab using a wrestler and Omega Red using a striker.
I mean, and to be fair, after the Corey fight, Umar proved that he is a good fighter after that Corey fight.
Yeah.
He went toe-to-toe, nut-to-nut with Morab.
Yeah, and I shouldn't say that Umar's a grappler either. He's more of a striker than a grappler.
Yeah, but
realistically,
obviously Sandhagen's more well-rounded in my opinion, because he's. Even though Umar comes from Dagestan, and he's probably got Dagestan wrestling training, Corey Sandhagen is like an elite wrestler.
Nah, I think the grappling's definitely edged towards Umar, especially in this game.
In game, probably, but like
Omega Red.
if you watch Corey in real life, he was able to hold down a lot of really good wrestlers.
Yeah, the Figgy fight was definitely a big testament to the wrestling of Sandhagen and the grappling.
Yeah, because
flying knee really good too.
Yeah, it's because he's an NCAA division wrestler as well. Like he was like true wrestling as well, but obviously he fell in love with the striking, and as you're seeing, Omega Red is really using that striking well.
Yeah, I mean he's got a bit of a stamina deficit right now. I think that personally Niab's look very, very good so far.
Yeah,
he's
obviously,
been piecing him up.
Niab is always a great striker. I don't know how to. I think that's the biggest compliment in itself. He's always a great striker. He's never put on a boring fight.
Yeah, you don't really see him grapple much. He's always gonna come out there and look to kickbox and throw them hands.
You gotta love to see it.
Ooh! He hits him with a slip straight, and then he puts a hook behind it and sits him on the ground. What a combo there for Niab. And Niab showing off that 5-star striking of Umar, looking really good with the kickboxing here tonight. Even out striking a Sandhagen pick.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a big stamina advantage right now, too. So he set himself up great for the future of this fight.
Oh, he's flipped him, though.
Yeah, good work there from Omega Red.
Omega Red's wrestling is actually elite. Like, it's
that's what he's known
very
for.
High level.
Me and him had that back and forth fight. Oh, he's going to be flipped over, though, by Niab. He got the pre-denial. Beautiful work there.
See, like, once you start getting picks, or should I say, once you start fighting people who wrestle like, Omega Red, you got to start stepping up your game.
Yeah, and Niab definitely has shown in his last few league fights across different leagues that he has stepped up the grappling 100%.
Yeah, he's definitely stepped up the grappling. He managed to get top there and managed to land some hard shots.
And he ended the round,
I think he
hugging him like
won
his
that
girlfriend.
Round.
Yeah, he ended the round hugging him from the back like his girlfriend, so never a bad sign. Niab probably up 1-0 so far, 10-9.
I don't want to say my take.
Oh, and a big
knockdown. I think we'd get banned from YouTube if I said my take, but like, come on, man. Don't let yourself get dominated. We did not get banned for that statement, so. Alright. Round 2 is starting off really well here.
Yeah, they're throwing right now. And I think it's because Omega Red is feeling that he needs to get something going. He feels that he's down. He feels there's a sense of urgency right now. And Niab just sees that he's hurt, and you see another big knockdown there.
Mm-hmm.
And Omega Red's still just throwing. Yeah, he just feels a sense of urgency right now. He thinks he needs to get him out of there. And he's just throwing in his face right now. Look at the amount of volume right now from Omega Red. Crazy. But, he's got to be defensively sound still, too.
Yeah, it can't just be all offense.
Yeah, and Niab showing right there why. Some ground and pound now from Niab.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah, and he really put him out there. If he probably would have had a bit more urgency with the shots, he could have put him out. But I just don't think he put himself in a bad position against a player like Omega Red.
That was high level right there.
Yeah, Niab's nearly got Mount there. Good work to race it, though.
He got the counter. Oh, he just stands up. Fair enough. If I would keep it on the feet, if I was Niab as well, because he's clearly winning on the feet.
Yeah, because you see why there.
His body health is gone. And so is his head health, but his body health is gone. Oh my god, that was like a ghost punch.
So far, that is knockout of the night. What a performance from Niab.
Hold on, I want to actually watch that. I swear it was a ghost punch.
He just put a beautiful three-piece on him.
No,
hook,
I need a better angle.
The hook broke the block there, and then the uppercut went right through and hit him on the chin. He was already out in the air.
That's so close to being down. That was so close to being a ghost punch, but it actually landed like barely. All right, Aiden. Which one?
That already happened. UFC League Fight.
This one.
No, UFC League Fight. The 5-minute one, the first one. Yeah. It takes him a minute to get it going.
Alright, looks like we're going lightweight. I swear everyone uses lightweight.
Wow, look at the record on these two.
Scorch is just better player, I guess.
You never want to say that though. Who knows what those fights were? They could have been training, So.
Well, to be fair, I know Scorch is an absolute fucking freak, so.
We're gonna refrain from shit like that, please.
It's true though. You know what he says in the chat sometimes.
Yeah, but that's not. We keep it professional on comms here, saying RFC and such.
Did we keep it professional in RFC earlier? I don't fucking think so.
That's what I said. I said this ain't RFC. We are professional.
Alright, we're starting off. Nice little glove touch from both men. Oh.
Yeah, and
okay,
this was a
interesting body work to start it off with.
And
I'm sorry. I just need to do that.
No, but this is the last minute fight I scrapped together, today. And these guys said that they were friends, so I'm expecting a good fight.
Yeah, Aiden and Scorch are friends. I know that for certain.
So this will be an interesting fight here.
Obviously, when two best friends fight, you're gonna expect them to fight a little bit differently to what they actually fight.
Yeah, because they're adjusted to the style that they're playing against.
Exactly,
they're not gonna be looking to feel you out as much. They're gonna be going a lot more for your weaknesses, and we see already an early clinch attempt. Scorch tries to take the back. Good work there from Aiden, just not having it, not letting him drag him down.
Yeah.
Oh, some beautiful knees to the body there from Aiden.
Scorch is looking a little bit more tentative than what he normally is. Trust me, I've seen him fight. He normally is like way more aggressive. Oh, head kick though. Maybe he doesn't need aggression.
Yeah, maybe a very patient style is going to suit him. And I know that he wants that big title fight against Legacy bad. He wants that really bad, as they've got some serious beef going on. And a big stun there from Scorch, and he knocks him to the body as well. Scorch,
I mean, to be fair, we know why that beef started, so I'm not going to mention it in here, but just join the Discord and you'll find out.
Here tonight.
Oh my
big
god!
Oh
my god!
In the first round, beautiful performance there from Scorch.
That was insane.
He heard him, and he seemed that he heard him, and he just did not let up after that.
Yeah.
What a pain.
That was fast. I did not expect
Yeah,
that.
Scorch is putting the Xbox division on hold after that because
Yeah,
that's
see you
those
next.
two people that have played 14 times, and he's just able to spark them out in 3 minutes like that.
Right, okay.
That just truly is a testament to the skill of Scorch.
Alright,
And
what's your
up
Twitch again?
next, we got me. I'm gonna start it on. Actually, I'll start it on Twitch because you're already on there. I was gonna start one on YouTube.
Oh.
I'll just do Twitch though.
No. You know. Yeah.
Oh wait, what the hell? It says I don't have my Twitch link anymore. So never mind.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah.
Alright, Rush Milkman, yeah?
Yeah, it's just gonna be called UFC 5. Starting now.
Alright. Milkman, let's quickly reload. Live.
But
I'm just gonna keep spamming refresh until it says you're live.
yeah, but I'm gonna just wait
there we
here
go.
for the good to go and then.
Alright. Good to go at any second. I'm literally on this tab.
Alright, you heard him, Bob?
Good to go at any second if you're watching the stream, Bob. Looks like we're going to have a Dracus Duplessis versus Kevin Holland. Dracus Duplessis is obviously the middleweight champ. And it seems like Bob's going with more of a very underrated pick. Nope.
My bad, I was just talking to Coach Hypes. Alright, bet. I'm gonna text Bob and let him know that we're good to go now.
Yep. Y'all can just start whenever you want, because I'm just going to start talking about the fight. Obviously, Bob, amazing kickboxer. Milkman, well-rounded. Milkman is... I think you should favour the wrestling in this match, just because, Bob is a better striker, in my opinion. He's very high level. He's very weird as well. He's got that interesting style that just makes him really hard to counter. Really hard to, put pressure on. Milkman is obviously very well-rounded, though, and you could probably beat him with the wrestling. Looks like we're going to have some respect here. Kevin Holland is a very interesting pick, in my opinion. Very interesting. Right, looks like we're just going to get straight into it. Nice way to start off the match. Both men are just striking early. Both back and forth brawl. Milkman catches the kick and goes for a spinning elbow. Oh, nice counters here from Milkman. His striking is looking really crisp so far. And we're only like a minute into the fight. Oh, nice slip there from Bob. Obviously, Bob's known for his amazing slips, amazing striking techniques. He does not deserve the horrific striking technique in the Discord server. That is an official role, by the way. Obviously, Milkman's coming in the fight, coached by Hypes, who won earlier, obviously. Oh, wait, no, he lost. Sorry. Got confused. So, maybe Hypes is trying to get one back by coaching his fighter Milkman to victory. Which is definitely going to be a tall order because... Oh! He gets the takedown, though. And this is what I was saying earlier. If Milkman just sticks to the wrestling, he could probably get the win here. Because I love Bob just as much as the next guy. But, his grappling is a little on the weaker side. Obviously, it's all respect at the end of the day, but these two men are trying to put on a brawl for the fans on the ground, and they are currently doing so. Seems like Milkman's got a little bit of a stamina deficit. I want to see how he recovers from that in later rounds, because Dracus Duplessis is one of the weird ones where he gasses out, but he's also still got loads of stamina at the same time. It's very interesting. Nice grappling attempts to maybe get to the feet, or maybe attempt a triangle choke. We may never know. Milkman's posturing up again. Obviously, when he postures up, he lets down those hands. Oh. I really like how back and forth this has been so far. Milkman gets a spinning body kick and a head kick. Flying knee attempt from Bob. Does not get it. Oh! That was going to be a good spin kick combo for Milkman. It was right at the end of the round. Didn't really get much off it, but it doesn't matter because he still won the round. Alright, we are heading in the second round here of 3, possibly. Milkman had success with the wrestling. He had decent success with the striking as well. Obviously, Bob is... He gets the takedown defense. He's got the takedown defense out, though. Obviously, you know, you can't take Bob for granted. He is a really good competitor still. But, you know, you never know. You never know. Oh, flying knee attempt misses. Body front kick. And a body kick. Bob's trying to use his expert kickboxing, but I feel like Milkman is kind of just trying to, you know, trying to wear him out with the wrestling. Obviously, he's got the stamina disadvantage right now. But, you know, in the long run, it looks like Milkman is having more success. It's been a body kick again. Oh, takedown. Oh, stream lagged a little bit, but we're now in side control. Milkman's still on top. Backside. And we're back down into full guard. Milkman's top game so far has been great. He's managed to keep Bob on his back. And I feel like this might deter Bob, you know? Bob is a decent wrestler. He's just weak defensively. He's great offensively, but defensively he's a little weak. Obviously, I think Milkman's trying to expose that part of his game. Well, we got a full guard. No side control transition, unfortunately, or even full mount, but... Oh, he had it there, but he punched too much. Got a minute left of round 2. Still think Milkman's winning this fight so far. It's not like extremely one-sided, but it's quite one-sided with the wrestling. Very tactical approach here from Milkman this fight. Oh, a guillotine attempt from Bob though. It's not over until he says it's over. He takes top, but he's only really got 5 seconds left, so not really much he can do. Alright, I think it's 2-0 Milkman right now. Let's see, can Bob pull it back in the third round? Or will it be a very competitive, but still one-sided decision win for Milkman? I know that sounds like I'm contradicting myself by saying it's competitive and one-sided, but on the feet, it is actually competitive. Obviously, Milkman has put on a wrestling clinic in the last 2 rounds. Oh, but you got to be careful of Kevin Holland striking. And he still technically has the stamina advantage, even if he is throwing a flying knee right now. I know, so you can tell this isn't the stream because it says waiting for opponent. Oh. 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 Wait, what? Wait, connection to your opponent has been lost mid-flying knee. Wait. Wait, I'm confused. Wait, what do we count that happening as? What do we count that as? Wait, oh, do we count it as a third round TKO for Milkman? What's just happened? Why has he left? No, I'm genuinely confused. What do we do in a situation like this? I've never been so confused and so crazy in my life. I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused on what we do here because technically the fight's ended. What's going on? He's just
Yo,
left. It was
yo.
it was a quite competitive fight as well. Why did he fucking leave? Or did his
Nah, he
opponent?
didn't. Something happened with his internet. So what we're doing, we're gonna do what they do in real life. And since there's no in-game judges, we can't see them. We're gonna have our first ever rush Toby Bruins official decision. So we're gonna score the third round to where it ended off, and we're gonna score the first 2 rounds, and Toby gets
Well,
to
I
give us
mean,
a.
I was saying this in the commentary booth. I was saying it's very competitive on the feet. Then Milkman put on a wrestling clinic. First 2 rounds go to Milkman. Third round goes to Bob because he had the most significant strikes with one.
Yeah,
So
because I
obviously
didn't
winner
land
by
one.
tech. I'm gonna say winner by technical decision, Milkman.
Yeah, so obviously it sucks that that is how the fight has to end. Nobody wanted that. I
I
fucking
don't want it.
could not believe it when I seen the disconnection. But it's some stuff happens, and that's just what you got to do. It's what happens in real life. They go to a technical decision. So
Yeah, that's what they.
great fight to my opponent, and yeah.
Yeah, they call it
Up next, though.
technical submission from Rab. So we got Goat versus Bosma. You know, obviously, I'm really disappointed about that last fight because I was hyped for it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. Same. That was a beautiful fight too. Me and
Yeah.
Bob always put on bangers.
And it looks like we're gonna go straight on that for that.
Yeah,
Man,
and
we
we got
got robbed.
Bosmer and Goat of MMA, and this is a huge fight.
Yeah, I mean there was no stuns in the last fight. These guys could probably get about 40 stuns in about 2 minutes
Yeah,
with the way they fight.
that's what these guys are known for. Is just just
Aggressive.
pedal to the metal style. Is just
You hit me, I hit you.
fighting like their wives in labor. They just go at it. These guys are just known to fight. So it's gonna be a
What was that
amazing
analogy,
fight.
bro?
Goat's already cut open.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh
And
man.
we're seeing with the analogy. They're fighting like their wives are pregnant. They've got a newborn to get to. What a fight we are having so far.
God, imagine having the baby on a UFC video game. That'd be crazy.
Oh, nice body work there from Bosmer.
Yeah,
He
obviously.
pulled the uppercut and hit him with 2 down low.
That's like a signature Bosma move.
Yeah, and he's using the head movement great right now. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my! And Goat wins by first round KO.
What a knockout.
Whoa.
That is knockout.
That is knockout of
You
like
think you've seen it all, ladies and
knockout of the
gentlemen,
fucking
until you
century.
see it, what
Rolling
a
thunder, bro.
knockout.
Listen, I've gotten
That actually
cartwheel
might be the
KOs.
most beautiful
I've
KO
gotten
we've seen
fucking
in Rush history.
yeah.
And
I've got.
I know we've got another. I know we've got another PlayStation fight left, but you can go to fill in for that title fight next. 4-0 all knockouts. He's having another run just like how Nurt was. And so
Yeah.
what a run we're seeing from Goat right now. This is
Yeah.
just absolute.
Can we also just say this like right now on camera? I've gotten cartwheel KOs before, but never have I gotten a rolling thunder that looked that beautiful.
Yeah, that was beautiful. He broke the block and then he hit this slip rolling thunder head kick out cold.
Like
No ground
I'm
and pound, walk off KO
like
flush.
I'm genuinely just sat here in shock. That's why I haven't exited out of this.
Yeah, no,
Brother.
that was one of the best finishes we've seen in Rush history. Congratulations to Goat for
But
a performance like that.
but now we've got that kid Guts, or should I say that Unk Guts, versus RD. RD, former title challenger, as we saw. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and Guts also a former champion.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a big fight. Definitely title implications in this one as
Mm-hmm.
these guys ranked second and fourth on the PlayStation side, which is known to be the primarily side of Rush.
Yeah.
Really, so both of these guys have really made a statement so far with their performances in the league. Guts loves that Cal Ohio pick. It's a very interesting pick, but he uses it well. And RD, has a perfect style for that Israel Adesanya. He has very, very slick kickboxing, and it's very awkward to fight against a player like RD. It's hard to adjust to.
But
It'll be interesting to see how Guts does this fight because RD obviously is up 1-0 on Guts in the league.
Mm-hmm.
They fought down at bantamweight. It was an O'Malley against Sandhagen matchup. We had RD go for O'Malley, and I believe he actually ended up finishing him in the third.
Yeah, it was a very competitive fight as well back then.
Yeah, I remember it was an amazing fight.
Yeah,
and
I just want to point this out. RD is obviously an absolute master in UFC 5, but he's also somehow a master of fucking comedy. if you are in the Rush chat,
man.
you know he says some fucked up shit sometimes, and it's funny as fuck.
He gets dumped down there, right next to the Toyo Tires logo.
Get you some tires. Did you have to say it? Did you have to say it with that much zest?
That's how Toyo Tires paid me to say it.
I wish I was getting paid by them.
Guts, showing off that underrated top game. You don't see a lot of the wrestling from Guts, but when he brings it out, it's truly a dangerous aspect of his game.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He is a very underrated wrestler. I always say this about a lot of the strikers because some of the strikers nowadays don't have wrestling. Bob, I love you, Bob, but come on, improve your wrestling, please.
Battle
doesn't know how to fucking. Bro, he doesn't know how to defend takedowns. We're talking about a completely different breed here.
Yeah. Speaking of the ground game, Guts is great right now here in this first round with the wrestling. He gets a big denial there. RD tried to escape with the cage, tried to stand up, and Guts was not having it.
Guts is looking like he's just going to put on a wrestling clinic here.
Guts has been one of the greatest fighters in the history of the league. He's had a great run. Obviously had that little title run. Wasn't able to defend it as he lost to our now champion Poncho.
Poncho's right now currently my goat in Rush.
I would still lean towards Kahan. He never got beaten. He had the most title defenses.
Yeah, but who gave up that belt? Who gave up that belt? Kahan or Poncho?
Kahan.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he never lost though.
He ran away from the division though.
No, I wouldn't say run away.
That's kind of what John Jones did. Am I not right?
I wouldn't say as much of that as he was like he cleared the division really. He beat Owen several times. He beat all the top competition at the time, and now he's over. The champion of primetime. So Kahan, still doing big things. Shout out former champion. Oh, big head kick gets through there for RD. This has been a very interesting card so far. We've had a lot of high level kickboxing fights.
Mm-hmm. Also, just remember that Islam left 155 to go up to 170 because of Topuria. So, that is literally Kahan right now. He left Rush to go prime time. Okay, and if you're watching this, I like you, bro, but like, you shouldn't have given up your belt. That
Y'all heard it here first. Rush announcer Toby ruins Mrs. Cahan dearly.
Yeah, you shouldn't have
Oh,
given up your
beautiful
belt.
flying
You would have been
there.
my goat. You would have been my goat if you just didn't fucking give up the belt. If you actually lost it like a clean man.
Yeah, but the way that Cahan was rolling, it did look like that. He looked about unbeatable on that streak. And maybe we'll get to see him return sometime. But that is besides the point right now. Is these men are putting on a classic right now. RD with another stun.
How is this only a 3-round fight, by the
Oh!
way?
Because it wasn't scheduled to be the co-main event until
Fair enough.
today. If it was scheduled to be the co-main, I would have gave these guys 5 rounds to work, especially for it being a rematch. Oh, and a big drop for Guts now. And this has been just a back and forth second round.
The fact that this is 3 rounds, though, is absolutely criminal.
Yeah, this is 2 title contender guys.
Yeah, yeah. At this rate, we should make the 3 fights should be fucking, title fights, and then 1 main card fight should be 5 rounds.
We may do that. We've got.
That's what we did in RFC. That's what we did in RFC for that 1 fight.
Yeah,
which was 5 rounds.
And we've got a lot of
big
things coming in the future, Rush. As the admin are aware of what I'm talking about right now. You guys will
in the team
see
chat
shortly enough. Rush season 2 though. All I gotta say is expect big things from Rush season 2.
We're gonna switch over to weekly cards as well, so make sure you stay tuned for them.
Yeah, and a big stun from Guts.
Oh
he's
my
putting
god!
on the pressure this round. These guys are really just standing in the pocket and trading. After a bit of grappling in the last round, they had enough of that, and these guys are going back to their wheelhouse and just throwing them hands.
I think Guts got bored of dominating them on the ground.
Yeah, and what a pleasure that is, because we're getting to see a beautiful exchange of some kickboxers right now.
Obviously, I think Guts is still winning on the feet here, but it's quite close now. It's quite close.
Yeah, he's been caught a few times though, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, but so has RD. That's what I'm saying. I love RD as a fighter.
Stuns him again.
I love RD as a fighter. Oh my god! Take that right at the end of the round.
Elbow to finish off the round.
Hey, as you know, as Dana White once said, don't shoot a fucking takedown in the last 10 seconds of a fight. I'm joking. That was good.
I would have liked to see the stats there for that one. That was a really interesting round. Very back and forth. And here we are for the third one. Hopefully more of the same here. We got 5 minutes to decide,
5 minutes to work.
Either, one of these guys, the winner is either going to be in a for sure number 1 contendership fight, or they're going to be fighting for the title next, So this is a huge fight. And with the season ended, that could mean to start out next season as the champion, if these guys can put a bit of respect to this win. So.
Obviously,
they both trade uppercuts there.
Are we gonna do the thing
like the head movement from both men?
I was just gonna say, are we gonna do? Bro, these guys are not letting me talk.
They're just going all in this third round and a drop.
Let me fucking talk.
Them, though. God's able to stay alive.
Man, I feel like De Bruyne around it.
What a co-main event we were having. This is a treat, and we still got one more fight after this.
Oh my god!
Oh, and a big knockdown there.
Oh my god, it might be over, Oh, nice flip.
God flipped him over though, and he's got mount. He goes for an arm bar, and it looks like he's gonna get it. He's got a stamina advantage. It's gonna be big. He fakes.
Gets it.
No, RD tries to move, and he's gonna be denied.
Oh my god, he's gonna get it.
Go for it. It looks like he's gonna get this.
Yeah,
and he got it. That knocked about half of the submission bar off. Gus has got 230 to work. I wouldn't be confident that I'm winning this fight if I'm either of them. So I would be going for a finish. Guts in my books is ahead right now, but with these judges, I'm not confident that I'm ahead at any point in any fight anymore.
Yeah,
like in that Bob fight, I was
probably
down for the judges.
Yeah, let's just say the UFC 5 judges they're whack sometimes.
Not spectacular. Guts looks for a Darce choke. Beautiful defense though from RD. And Guts had a lot of stamina there. That probably could have ended it. Yeah, and this could be it.
He's gonna get it immediately.
He's gonna go for it.
Oh my god!
And he's gonna tap him out, the former champion, with a big win. And he made a statement there in that third round, ultimately able to tap out RD. And
Yeah, we should have made that a 5-round fight though. We should have made that a 5-round fight though. Let's be real.
Ultimately, didn't end up mattering though. His guts finished it within the last 2 minutes of the fight, and what a performance from the former champion.
Yeah, both
Graveyard
on a fucking banger.
Big win. Yeah, and RD's not going to fall far down the card whatsoever. That was a great performance from him.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't look completely, invincible, but he showed off that striking in the second and third rounds.
Yeah, 100%. It's just he's got to work on that grappling defense just a little bit. And,
just a little bit more.
He's already right at the top of the division, as is.
Great fight. And we're gonna end it with Nurt versus Poncho. Nurt versus the undisputed Roshi world champion. Poncho, I love your titles, man, but can you chill out with Roshi? Because
no, that's Nurt.
Oh wait,
Nurt
it's Nurt that made it the title.
Yeah.
God, I love you, Nurt.
Yeah, that's why he put Nurt versus the Roshi world champion. He talks about himself in third person sometimes.
Bro, why does he talk about himself? I'm not even gonna try and question it.
He's Nurt. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna.
And with the 5-0-5 knockout run that the challenger's been on, what are you able to do about it? Nurt can talk about himself.
Do you know what I'm gonna do about it? Do you know what I'm gonna do about it? No, I'm gonna smash you. That's not a threat, by the way.
Back to Diddy got in the booth. What a first minute we're having so far. They're not afraid to trade hands so far, and both of them going for grappling, but showing the beautiful striking that these guys have. Both of these guys coming from the BK camp, so these guys probably got a lot of work together, I would assume.
Wait, no, it's BK. What the fuck?
Yeah, Nurt's been BK. He's been in there for a while. Nurt is breaking that block just like he's known for, and he's getting through with them overhands. Yeah. Beautiful work there from Nurt. And, the challenger's having a beautiful start so far. Nurt has just had a unbelievable start in his rush career. He had a knockout win over Deadpool. He obviously knocked me unconscious last week. He's had some pretty big wins in here, and he's just made him look easy. There's no other way to go about it. He's got a stamina deficit right now, but when does he not?
When does he not? To be fair, Poncho is a very dangerous striker, though.
Yeah, no, Poncho, ever since he joined BK, I've always said this. His kickboxing improved day and night. It was just insane. He's got, the best of the best kickboxing, Yeah,
he's training with the best of the best.
Yeah. Shout out to Noah. He's really got that camp, up to the top.
Wait, watch people expose the secret.
And Poncho's showing off his roots. He used to be a wrestler before he was known for that striking, and he's showing it off now. Stat guard.
He's always been about that life.
Yeah, the beautiful defense there from Nurt. And that's hard to defend stat guard shots from Kamaru Usman. He's got that
100 ground striking, something like that.
Yeah, it's like 98 or 99, something up there.
It might as well be 100, to be honest, though, considering it's stat guard. Like stat guard, you can probably just hit anyone from any point, and it's, it's wraps.
Nurt is coming out so aggressive here in this first round, and what else would you expect from the challenger?
What else would you expect from Nurt?
Yeah, and that's how he fights every day. He puts on a super fun fighting style, but it's not like it doesn't work. Some people they'll try to come out there and make their fights too fun, and it costs them. Nurt comes out there and
he does what he wants to do, and that's it.
Yeah, he live by the sword, die by the sword.
And that's a very good criminal case number, if you know what I mean. Die by the sword. Case 13 on season 3 Save the World. Why the fuck do I know that off by heart? Oh my god, I'm an actual swat, bro.
What a close round there in the first.
That was a very close round, though. Let's go back to the fight and stop talking about criminal case. Sorry, I just get distracted by that.
Nurt took that round by one significant strike, I would say.
One significant strike? That's insane.
But yeah, he landed 15 and Poncho landed 14, and that's just how razors thin that round was. And Poncho's got a big stamina advantage going into the second round.
Score that at 10-10.
Oh, Nurt had one more total strike and one more significant strike. I've just seen it play back on my TV.
Brother.
That's crazy.
Brother.
And here we go for the second round. They touch hands and.
Okay, well, if Poncho's technically lost that last round just from that, then that's crazy. One strike.
Yeah,
That's
but
insane.
you know, how else can you score it though? It's razor thin, and usually they'll end up going off significant strikes if it's that thin.
I mean, to be fair though, how much control time did Poncho have?
Uh, I think it was like a minute 30.
They'll factor that in consideration as well, though. Unless Nurt had more, which I don't think he
They
did.
more so go off of damage though. Oh, but a big takedown from Poncho.
Yeah. But
And
if
you
you
know,
got
we're worried
one
about
more
the
significant
scorecards,
strike
but
and then you're
usually
getting
when
held down on the ground, though.
and we're worried about the cards, but usually when you're watching a Nurt fight, you don't got to worry about the judges. He usually takes them out of equation.
But unfortunately, when you're fighting Poncho, that is really hard to not factor in the judges. He's not.
Yeah, Poncho's a very,
He's
very
great.
patient fighter.
He's great. I'm not saying he's a decision merchant or anything. I'm saying though he's great at gassing people out and then getting them late.
Yeah, he's got a perfect like patient style, you know.
See, but he's got him in rubber guard. Oh,
Yeah, and this could be
wow,
big.
that's
Poncho
amateur.
able to get stacked guard,
I
though.
know I probably shouldn't be saying anything, but that's amateur there from fucking Sean Brady to not defend down.
You know, Nurt probably just missed the denial there. It's
yeah, he better have accidentally missed it, because if he just didn't try and deny that, then that's crazy.
Oh man, beautiful.
Oh
slip
my
and hook
god!
there.
Oh my
From the
god!
champion, and he gets a knockdown. And Poncho's starting to take over a bit.
Poncho might
And this
become
is
the
something that we've not seen Nurt in so far. You know, we've not seen him in danger in this league so far.
This is why Poncho's my current rush goat. Look at this.
Yeah,
I know it's
he's really showing off why.
Nurt, who's a great striker, and he's taking him into Sean Brady's wheelhouse, and he's just turning the cogs.
Yeah, and you know, Poncho's a severely underrated fighter. You know, he's really getting his name out there right now, and this is just great work with the ground and pound right now.
Obviously, Poncho may not have the same amount of title defenses, but he's had more fights and he's had more experience. He's learned from his losses.
Yeah, and you know that's truly impressive.
He's also improved that striking a lot more.
And his losses were super early on in his career too. I know one of them was to Owen. They fought for the first ever Rush Championship fight.
Yeah.
So you know that just shows the longevity that Poncho's had in this league as well, and he's been able to keep his right at the top of the division. You know, the whole time he's been here. So just major respects to him. But you know, Nurt is landing some big elbows on him right now.
Oh, flip!
And he's gonna flip him over there. Yeah, and
but it was right at the end of the round.
He does know that denial.
Poncho.
But, big round nonetheless, though, for Poncho.
Poncho clearly took that round, and I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, 100%.
If someone scores that for Nurt, by the way, you need to stop scoring fights.
Here we go for the start of round 3.
Yep. In the most respectable way possible, Nurt's really going to need to, stay patient and keep his stamina.
Yeah, but you know that's not really what Nurt's known for. You know, if he's gonna claw himself back into a fight, it's more than likely gonna be from hurting you and capitalizing off of that, and going forward off that.
Yeah, but to be fair, Poncho's Usman have so much better cardio.
That is true, but look at the head health from Poncho. You know, Nurt has been beating it up. You know, as always.
But obviously, as soon as Poncho dropped him, he just basically laid on him for the rest of the round. So, you know, head health is a factor here, but it's also the fact that Poncho seems to be more effective when he gets the knockdowns.
Yeah, and you know, Nurt's not had a knockdown yet, though.
Yeah.
Poncho's had the one earlier. Oh, big knee there from Nurt in the clinch.
Nurt's I really like this fight so far.
Surprising to see. Head whip there from Nurt. Oh, and a hip toss. Good work there from Nurt. That was
great hip toss there.
He's got top position now. And he's got the side saddle. This is big. Poncho able to get back in side control, though. You know, you don't ever want to be on your back against Nurt, though. He's another one of these guys with criminally underrated ground game. Oh, and another big denial there. Nurt's got a huge stamina advantage now.
Oh my god!
I was looking wrong corner. My bad.
No, I was talking
short term, not long term as well. But Yeah, no. The old Nooks
I
were
mean, he's
tweaking there.
definitely taken down Poncho's long-term stamina a lot.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Nonetheless, he's doing a great job at working
That's a
down that.
great
With these
win, in my
denials.
opinion, for Nurt. He
Yeah,
may be
and
losing a
Nurt's
lot of
looking really
stamina,
good
but
on the
he's
ground
getting
right now.
his stamina down.
This is exactly what Nurt's got to do to get himself back in the fight. He's just banging these denials right now, and if he keeps doing that, Poncho's stamina is going to go down really fast. And another nice denial there from Nurt. See if he looks to do something with it. He's going to get the crucifix.
This is
Poncho
great
looks to
work.
move. He's denied immediately.
Oh, arm
Nurt puts him
triangle.
in an arm triangle, stamina advantage.
Oh, that
Goes
was
for
a
the fake.
fake. That was
Poncho bites.
beautiful. Oh
Poncho
my
tries to
god.
get out. Nurt with the denial. And he's going to lock in an arm triangle.
Oh,
And just
not a lot.
about half the bar, a little bit less than half of the bar knocked off there.
Yeah,
Beautiful submission work there from the
40%.
Poker
About
Boger.
40%. Oh, he's gonna go for
And
another
he
one.
the door stroke immediately after. Poncho looks to rotate.
Oh
Goes
no.
right. He's denied.
He's...
Oh no, he faked.
Oh no. Oh, he
And
could
he's
be
gonna
out.
go on.
Oh my god. He's out.
And that's gonna be it. And we've got a new champion.
Wow.
Nurt able to stay undefeated. He gets up to 6-0. And what a performance that was. A come from behind submission win with the Darce choke.
We might have to run that back, you know. We might have to run that back, you know.
Yeah, in the near future, 150%. If Poncho can, if he plans to continue fighting in the league,
He should.
100%, he'll be back in the title picture very, very shortly.
Mm-hmm.
As you know,
I feel like he should keep going.
Yeah, it was beautiful to watch his title run.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, everything good has to come to an end, and what a performance that was from Nurt.
And I was really hyping up Poncho
very
as well.
highly of Nurt. And, you know, ever since he came in the league, this is something that I, you know, never even remotely ruled out. You know, Nurt being the champion is not coming to a surprise from nobody. So just good work from Nurt there, and excited to see what he can do with his title run.
Mm. You know, you got to expect good things from Nurt's title run, unless he loses it in the next fight, which that's probably very unlikely. But
yeah, and you know, next card, I'll go out and say it right now. I've already got this one booked in my notes. Next card, we're gonna have two undefeated people clash for the championship. We got 4-0 on the GOAT, 4 knockouts against 6-0 Nurt.
I think
knockout wins and 1 submission, 10 finishes and 10-0 between the two. So we're gonna have a treat for the next main event.
Listen. If that last I'm the GOAT fight taught me anything, it's that, you know, maybe Nurt's title reign will come to a very quick end.
You know, we've seen a lot of undefeated guys come up in this league, and it'll be interesting to see who in this next fight, you know, is at the top of them right now.
Obviously,
and you know, maybe
I started 4-0.
Yeah, that is true on Xbox, over on the Xbox side.
I'm not counting the PlayStation side anymore because I don't fight on PlayStation.
Yeah, but we appreciate everybody for popping out to the card tonight. I am real quick going to send Toby the unaired fights. If you could throw that up for me, Toby, great.
I will try and throw that up as quick as I possibly can. I'll have to put it onto the stream for everyone.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so everybody stick around and check out the unaired results. You know, I'm actually going to be putting out fight awards tonight. I promise you I did not forget this time.
He did not forget.
The graphics after the stream.
I made sure he didn't forget.
Yeah, I'm gonna be putting out the graphics after the stream.
All right, boys.
Like I said earlier in the stream too, big things coming for Rush. As
sorry guys, you're gonna have to watch me do this.
Here after Rush 15 is gonna be coming with season 2 of Rush, and there's gonna be a lot of changes to the league for season 2. And obviously the next card will be Rush 14 though.
Sorry guys, you have to actually watch me like edit this so you can actually all see it. Oh, whoops. Big one. Try and get me the big one. Yep. Very awkward, but you know what I mean. You know that's the unaired results. There you go. You don't need the Rush logo.
You do not see
that's
those at all.
What?
You cannot see those at all.
What do you mean? You can't see them?
No, it's way too zoomed in. All right, so I'll just go ahead and read through these.
All right, is that better?
Nah, it's still too big. I'll just go ahead and read through them. So we had Sad Saint defeat Brian Battle, you know, the number 4 guy on Xbox, beat number 10. So big things going ahead for Sad Saint. You know, he's always been at the top of the Xbox division, so good win for him. We had Sour defeat Tim, and we can see it on the screen there now. You know, we had Sour defeat Tim. That was a really, really good fight as well. Too bad that one didn't get to air. You know, Sour was out of town and he couldn't send the video in. He ended up taking the win, and we did end up counting that one because Tim, you know, was supposed to send the video in and he didn't. So I still gave him the loss for it anyways. And then Diddler ended up defeating the CFL owner. Good performance by the Diddler. And all of these, what happened is the loser was supposed to send in the video and they never got around to it. So I'm not gonna, punish the winner for the other guy not holding up their word. So, a good card. Too bad we had some unaired ones, but stuff happens. We appreciate everybody for popping out here tonight, though, and we appreciate all the fighters for fighting. And yeah, we'll be back in 2 more weeks for the July 4th card, and that one should be fireworks.
Obviously, a lot of people came in for your fight, so let's just say that.
Yeah.
And